have the Loupedeck Plus here. So if I'm not mistaken, this is a follow-up to the first version of Loupedeck, which supports Lightroom, and the Plus version supports Premiere Pro and After Effects and Photoshop, among others. So let's open the box and see what we got here. So as you can see, it's packed quite nicely here. Let's take this out of the box. Take this out of the way, and you can see the bit of a description here, the logo, and some instructions or information at the back. So we're gonna pull the box out. So as you can see, as I open this box here, here's the Loupedeck. So it's basically the size of a keyboard, although it's not meant to replace your keyboard, because you would only use this most of the time when you're doing color grading or post-processing your images. So let's take this out. There's the cable, and hopefully in the next versions they would support Bluetooth, and your instruction manual here. Okay, so it's roughly it's bigger than my Mac keyboard right now, as you can see, and I would just have to plug this in. So I do a lot of color grading using my mouse, and I tell you, it's such a pain in the wrist and in the upper shoulder when you're working long hours, you know, dragging the controls from left to right. And what I like about this device is most of those tools that I use in Premiere Pro is already here. As you can see, it's set as dials, you know, and practically here's like the basic controls on my keyboard here. So the look and feel is nice. It's not heavy, and it's just nice on the hand, and it complements your work area visually. And you know, I can wait to try this, and you know, let's see, and let's try to install and test it. So according to this simple instruction here, you go to loupedeck.com/setup. It's loading on my page right now, and you would be led to this page, which is, I assume, is the setup page of Loupedeck. So we're gonna go to the Mac 2.61 installer. So it's running the package scripts for me now. And it says the installation was successful. Okay, so right now we have the Loupedeck software installed. So on the top of your screen, you would see the menu here. It's like a Pac-Man. So you would see the menu here, so that would show you that the software is working. So I have a simple setup here, you know, just to test the functionality of this tool. And first, what we need to do is, when we go to preferences and control surface, we need to add the Loupedeck. Okay, now that it's added, let's see what's gonna happen. So after installing Loupedeck, this is basically what it looks like. So as I hover my mouse on this control, it gives me the option to modify the controls. So like when I select clarity here, it's pre-selected for me. I'm gonna test all this stuff because this is the first time that I'm using it. Okay, so I'm thinking these P buttons here can also be customized for specific controls. Right now it's giving me this screen. So let's say I'm selecting timeline for P1, and these are the options probably that I can assign. So let's say I want to view the effects control when I press P1. Okay, let's see later when it's done. So right now I didn't do anything yet. I just plug it and install the software and see. Let's see if it's gonna work as expected. So right now I'm just going to be selecting my clip here on the screen, and if I started to dial this saturation knob here, okay, so as you would notice on the right side of my screen, it's also adjusting the saturation for me. So I'm not using the mouse, I'm already using this dial. So if I go to vibrance, okay, that's it. So compared to using the mouse, this is a lot easier and it gives me more control. Let's see if we can do the dial, two dials at the same time. So as I'm dialing increasing the saturation, I want to increase the contrast as well. So yeah, as you would notice on the right side of my screen, it's both adjusting. And if I press P1, okay, so it gives me the effects control. So I'm just, working on the basic stuff here, and temperature, I'm adjusting the temperature, the contrast, exposure, I'm trying to darken the exposure and brighten it, and it's really freaking awesome. Oh my goodness, and it's really freaking awesome. So as you can see, it's fairly simple, although I think there's still a lot to learn about this, because we're just, we just took this straight out of the box, and I'm gonna probably need a couple of weeks or a week at the very least to figure out how these controls work. But straight out of the box, I can do, the standard coloring techniques or controls. I have another clip, by the way. I just took these clips from a stock photo website. I'm just using this as a demo. So on this part of the Loupedeck, I have the copy button here. Just copy an effect here, go to the next clip and face the effect. So that's how it goes. Okay, so basically it does the basic keyboard functions for me and more. Right? I have a shift button here, control, the command. This is practically a copy of my keyboard here, as you would notice. Say I'm on a different workspace, which is assembly. Basically assembly doesn't have the effects control, and let's say I'm gonna press P1 on my Loupedeck. It gives me the effect control. So I think moving forward, I'm gonna use these buttons here to control and call specific windows, okay, for my project. Okay, so the control dial is right now it's assigned to moving from one clip to another. Okay, so I can practically jump to different clips by dialing this, but I think this part is still customizable. So there's even an export button here. So let's see what's gonna happen. Selected export, nothing's happening. Okay, so yeah, it can also export the videos for me. So cool, right? So basically that's it, and I can't wait to play with this tool. And I mean, even if I haven't used it yet, I'm highly recommending this to video editors and photographers alike. And it's really amazing that we have these tools right now, so we can focus more on the creative part of our work. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you can also give it a try and practically find it very useful for you. So thank you for watching our first ever unboxing video project, and I hope you found this very useful. And I also hope that you get your hands on this tool also and really bring your creativity to the next level. Thank you. I'm Robert Cristobal, and I'm the founder and storyteller for Frame 316. So thank you for joining me, and see you on our next video project, whenever that's gonna be.